welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. I am the Southern Daisy, and I am so glad that you are here. Today I am going to be pruning a crepe myrtle. I'm going to be pruning this one here, and I want to go over the process of how I'm going to do that, and then we are going to do it together. I am 5'2", so I have to use this step ladder, and this is not my property, and so I'm just going to be doing a little bit of selective pruning, which selective pruning means just making specific cuts, intentional cuts, not just lopping it off at the top. And the tools that I'm going to be using are my hand pruners. I'm going to be using these are called loppers. They're big, heavy-duty pruners for the bigger, thicker branches, and of course my gloves and my trusty step ladder so I can get up in the tree. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to get it up close and personal with the tree really fast, get to know it first before I cut its branches off, and then I will get going with that. So I'm going to show you the up close now. So here is our crepe myrtle, and it appears that this tree was cut back long ago. It's not a very old tree. You can tell by the size of the trunks. But we're going to go in and we're just going to cut out some, not all of the interior trunks. And we're just going to make a few selective cuts in the canopy of the tree. I don't want to do too many because this tree is serving a purpose. It is to block a view. So I'm not going to go in and cut it back. First, we're going to go in and we're going to cut out some of the crossing trunks. We don't want the trunks to cross where they rub each other, and it causes a problem for the tree. I'm going to go in and clean up around the base. There's usually grippers on the pruners. That's where your hands go. So you hold the pruner like this, and you want to make sure that your blades are not cutting into the main part of the tree. You want it to be right behind the branch collar. The branch collar is the crook, kind of like our armpit. And so you want to make sure that you are staying away from cutting and gouging the tree, because the branch collar is where the healing comes from. When you make that cut, the tree can heal around that cut that you make. So you just want to be very, very careful where you make this cut, keeping your pruners parallel to the tree at the same angle as the tree, and just make your cut. Make your cut. You can see, got my pruners. This is the branch collar right here. So you want to make sure that you're cutting not in the branch collar, but close enough to it, and make your cut like that. Okay, so this branch is crossing. I'm going to just take it away. This one is rubbing. I'm just going to take it away. I'm just making very intentional cuts. That one's kind of hard to get to. It's probably going to take the whole thing off. All right, so see, now we're going to get in the top of the tree just so you can see that. All right, and I'm going to cut out some of the interior limbs. Just doing a little maintenance, just a little housekeeping on the tree. Now this branch, or this trunk, can come out. I think I'll go ahead and take that out. It's this one. So because of the angle, probably going to have to do two cuts. One to get the big one out, and then I'll go back in and I'll clean up my cut. We'll go in. Some of the angles are really hard to get to. So now that you see how I'm going to do this, I'm going to just scoot it back and make some cuts. All right, ready? can just take your hand and run down these and keep it, I like to keep it neat and tidy, the interior of the tree. All right, so we have cleaned this crepe myrtle up. It does look a little better. It is still kind of tall and spindly, but because it's not my property, I don't want to come in and do what I would do if it were my house. I would pick 5 trunks and get rid of the rest, and I would cut it back to try and get it healthy. So, but because it's not mine, I'm going to go light, but it does look a lot better. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you. Please consider subscribing and liking this video. If you want to see more of content like this, I would love to hear from you. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to answer them, and I would love to know that I'm being helpful, or if you want to see something different, please let me know. Take care, everybody.